Hello and welcome to the Balloon Blast Video Show, episode 6, I believe. Today is June the 4th, 2012, and that is significant because the first full week in June is the official kickoff of the Magic and Balloon Show season. The summer reading shows at the libraries get into full swing, but also, the first full week in June, I do a series of summer camp shows. So I do 6 different shows this year. It'll be 2 shows Monday, 2 shows Wednesday, 2 shows Friday, and then we also have library shows on Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then we also have restaurant twisty nights on Tuesday and Wednesday night. And this past Sunday we did 2 balloon restaurants. So it's a really busy performing week, which means it'll be hard to film a show. So that's why I'm bringing you guys along with me. You'll get to ride along in the van, going from show to show, and hopefully we'll have a chance to show you how I set up for different balloon shows and sneak in a routine or 2, maybe teach a sculpture, and hopefully wedge a show in between all of this. So stay tuned, hold on, put on your seatbelt, and we'll pick this up somewhere down the road. Oh, that sounds bright. 10 a.m. show number 1. This is going to be at this elementary school. This pile of stuff will turn into a show. Let's get inside and see how. No latex. Oh, that sign right there. What a downer, huh? Well, show number 1 is done. No balloons in this show. A lot of magic, a little bit of juggling, a little bit of unicycle. And now, lunch break, and we'll be driving to school number 2, which is about a 15-20 minute drive, setting up and doing it all over again. Let's go! So during this week, you'll see before and after shows, maybe the beginning of the day, the end of the day, driving in between shows, possibly having lunch in between shows. You'll see everything except for the shows. I'm not filming during the shows, and there's 2 reasons. Reason number 1, I'm traveling alone. There's no second camera person, so no one there to film the shows. Reason number 2, there are audiences of other people's kids in the shows, people I don't know, and it's just bad form to film other people without prior consent. So you won't see the zany antics, the wacky fun, and the good times. You'll just hear about them afterwards. Backstage, getting ready for show number 2. This is the second summer camp show, the 1 p.m. show. Pretty much the same as the first one. The kids are on the other side of this curtain I just set up, playing games, doing whatever, and we're starting in about 15 minutes. Alright, it's Tuesday morning, and we're on the way to a 10 o'clock library show. I thought I had a 10 a.m. and a 1 p.m. today, but that was a mistake on my part. So we have the 10 o'clock show. It's in Hartsville, Tennessee, which is about an hour north and east of Nashville. It's my first library show of the season, which means I have to climb inside one of these big balloons, and that's always fun. A lot of hot, sweaty, sticky, gross feeling fun. But hey, you do what you gotta do. Alright, we'll see you after the show. Alright, here we are at the library, and the show went well. I got to try out some new material, 1 new routine, a few new effects here and there. Some pretty fun stuff. Oh, we got a few bags of cotton candy that were left over from the from the opening festivities. So, score, but I've got a little bit of free time between now and my restaurant tonight. GPS says I'll be home at 1:29, and then I'll leave at 4 p.m., so maybe stop by Taco Bell, and have a little time left over to probably pre-make balloons for my Thursday morning show. That's 2 days between the time I'm making them and I'm giving them out, so that's really about the maximum I like for the balloons to sit around, 3-4 days, they get a little bit too soft, so I'll make a few tonight. Alright, 10 a.m. getting ready for my first show. Last night's restaurant went well. It's a Chick-fil-A that is they said it's the busiest kids' night in the state of Tennessee and the 7th busiest in the chain. I don't know if that's still true or not, but it's summer, so it wasn't as busy, so that was a nice break. Now we're getting ready for our 10 a.m. show, and this is my stage. We're setting up on the gym floor, so we need to set up a backdrop, sound system, and everything. Let's see how this all goes together. Step 1, electricity. Find the outlet. Pretty far away, but the extension cord will help. Step 2, set up the speakers. We'll use the painted lines of the basketball court to determine where they should go. That should be a good distance. Microphone. Set up there. Put the batteries in. Wires. Sound system's up, backdrop is up, and now we do the backstage prep. So opening the magic case here and putting the unicycle, juggling clubs and things where they need to be, and arranging everything for the show. Grab the folding chair, really helps out with the setting up to be able to sit down. Here's the magic case with everything ready. We have the peanut butter and jelly. This actually needs to be repaired here. It's on the back of the prop, so it doesn't show, but still, put some new paper over that to fix it. The iPhone. Siri, can you hear me? It doesn't work. Funny ones and change bed, blooming bouquet down here, some opening warm-up props. These are the magic ones I use during the show. Some colored ones for one routine. Breakaway wand, of course you have to have a breakaway wand. And I guess regular magic wands. 50-cent plastic wands, so I can give them away to my volunteers. Picture frame I'm not using during the show, but it's there in case I need an extra 5 minutes. Coloring book back here. Water and slush powder for another routine. Color changing shoelaces. And of course the juggling stuff. Delicious, refreshing beverages. And these, we'll be using these. It's another non-balloon show, so have these inflatable magic wands by Silly Billy. So blow one of these up and show you how they work. Inflatable magic wand, no latex. Use that for a balloon-free show. Alright, we're all set back here. About 15 minutes to showtime because we start coming in any minute. See you after the show. Alright, setting up for show number 2, Wednesday. It's the gym, my stage area, and in case you're wondering, I'm using the shimmery streamer backdrop this week. I liked the classic backdrop, the one that you see in the Balloon Blast video show 1 and 2, the purple one behind me. But I've really been wearing it out over the years, and I've got 2 of these. I never used them, so why not? We'll try them out this week. Backstage area, setting up all the props. Yeah, Silly Billy inflatable wand, huge hit at the last show. Definitely putting it in again. So let's get set up, and we'll see you after show number 2. Alright, Thursday morning. That must mean I'm on the way to my 10 a.m. library show, right? Wrong. We're on the way to the post office. Why? Because the 6-foot balloons that I'm supposed to have in today's show never arrived in the mail. I should have had them almost a week ago, but for some reason they sat in the post office in Sugar Grove or Sugar Hill, Illinois for 5 days before slowly making their way across here. Don't know why priority mail would sit in a post office for 5 days, but that's what it did. So I can't wait around my house until the mail comes around 3 p.m. I have to get to the post office now and pick them up. So just in the nick of time. Let's get the balloons and then head out towards our show in Mount Juliet. Alright, we're about 25 minutes to showtime. This is the room at the library. They have this awesome painted backdrop for the dreaming and camping theme. A little tent. All the pre-made balloons are hidden inside the tent. Extra shirt. I'll be needing that because I always sweat through my first shirt here. Unicycle on large balloons. Inside this tent, I don't think you can see, but there are 185 balloons pre-made. After the show, this area will be filled with kids, and they're all going to want a balloon. So let's get set up and get going. You're such a good sport. Alright, so show number 1 is done now.
That's right.
And you have big shows here. What was our total, do you think?
We were 178.
178. Kids or people total?
That was total. People total. So about 178.
And we prepared 174 balloons beforehand, so
That's right.
we actually have leftovers. That's
A
unusual.
few? Yeah, that is very unusual.
Alright, so anyway, you are Sandy with the Mount Juliet Library.
That's me. Mm-hmm.
And you're a really good sport doing this for us. But we've been doing this here I've been here 5-6 years or more.
Yeah.
Alright, now the people watching mostly are balloon artists. Some of them do shows in libraries right now. Some of them want to do programs in libraries. You, as a librarian who books the shows, what do you look for in an entertainer?
Something different, something new, something that'll make us laugh, because we know it'll make the children laugh. So just fun, basically fun, great shows that are kid-friendly. So that's basically what we look for.
And how do you find programs?
Usually word of mouth. We get it from other librarians, from people who've had birthday parties. So word of mouth is usually the way we book new people.
Okay. And I've noticed it's a secret club. Some of the same people come in every year. I know Safari Greg, who's really amazing. He does reptiles, spiders, and things that creep me out. Is here every year. So what kind of programs do you always... Are there certain cornerstones you have to have? I know like a zoo or an animal show at some point during the year.
We try to have a variety. We base it, or try to base it on whatever the theme is for the year, and sometimes that's not so easy to do. We had a sports theme one year that was really nice because we did yoga and we did exercising and things like that, so that worked real well. But we try to base it kind of on whatever the theme is. We had an astronomy yesterday because it's dream big and reach for the stars. So we try to do that, but we do have some old standards that we bring in every year just because the children ask for them to come back.
Right.
So
You have to mix a certain amount of new with a certain amount of familiar.
And new is scary sometimes, so that's...
So, if someone is just starting out and they want to perform in the library, is there something you tell them? Is there a certain length of show, content that...
Usually 30 to 45 minutes to an hour. That's usually a good show, depending on your age group. If they're younger children, you can cut that down a little bit. 45 minutes gets a little long if they're 2 and under, which we do have some performers that just market towards that age. Usually we try to get you in before a summer reading, maybe just for an afternoon program or a program with a certain age group, just to see how you interact and you mesh with that group in the library. So, and we kind of get an idea before we have 175 people to see if it's going to work in our library.
So no trial by fire, putting them out there.
We try not to, yeah.
Ease people in.
We try not to, so that's intimidating to have this room packed and it's your first show. So we try to ease you in a little bit.
Okay. And I know that I've not been the best about this, but you do have a different theme every year. How important is it that the performer matches the theme, brings it into the show, and tailors their show to the theme?
It's important to some extent just to bring in what we're doing, but I think even if you just talk about the library and say why we're here, like you did today, that brings it all together. It's basically just to get you in the library. So the theme is more, I think, for our benefit to decorate and make it pretty and kind of find a basis. So.
Right, and you guys go way out with the decorating, more so than anyone. The backdrop here is amazing. I filmed that earlier. And the names on the wall. Now, you do bring in kids. It's not just it is a show for the public, but it's also summer reading.
Yes, yes.
So you bring in daycare centers, taekwondo. About what % do you think is your summer reading crew that comes through every time?
That's hard to just, to figure out. Due to the road construction we've had the past few years, we've been down on our numbers, but we actually signed up last year about 1,850 children for summer reading. And you're getting 1 or 2 parents coming in with that at all times. So, I don't know, that's a hard number. This year, this is our first week of programming, and we're over 1,300 children signed up at this point. So, we may break our record. So,
and like what I always say in every show, bookstores are closing down.
Right.
People are holding tablets instead of books. So, it's amazing to see you guys still grow.
And go check the shelves; they're empty. That's exciting.
Right.
To see that.
Always good to tell people you're in the library. Hey, sign up for summer reading.
But you guys are a big part of that too, coming in and doing these shows because it's different. It's something different. You see it on TV, but it's not the same as seeing it live on the stage and having the interaction with the children. So you guys do make a huge part of our summer reading flow easily. So I couldn't do it every day. So.
And as we were not saying earlier, some people don't know the difference between watching something on the internet and in person. So if you haven't performed a live show in front of 200-300 people, there are special challenges.
Quite a few, yeah, quite a few.
But I like to let people know, it's their show, not my show. So if they enjoy it more by laughing and making a lot of noise, who am I to say, shut up and have fun? So.
But your show is one of the ones they do. They're locked in the minute they come in. As soon as you start, they're locked on you. So we don't have as much as we've had in some programs, the talking and the getting up, moving around. Although, when you were in the big balloon, you did have a rush, and I got a little scared because they all started towards the stage, and so that was a little scary.
And I appreciate your help. By the way, Sandy's not just the librarian here, she's a bouncer. She sits at this chair right here, she'll check off names, she'll make people leave, she has a bullwhip, it's amazing. But,
it's ugly out here.
When you're inside a large balloon that you cannot see the crowd, and you see handprints banging on the outside, it's nice to know you have someone in your corner. So.
And they're all ankle size, so they get around you quick. It's kind of scary. So, but you guys make our programs. I mean, that's the heart of our program every year is having you guys here. So. Couldn't do it without you.
Well, thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, anytime. You are always welcome any time of the year. So he's great.
Sandy Woodard, Mount Juliet Library. Okay, so the setup today, there's a 10 a.m. and a 1 p.m. show. We're doing balloon animals in between the shows. So after show number 1, it'll go about 10 to 10:45. Then we have balloons for everyone at the show. And in years past, that has gone until 1 p.m. when we start the second show. I don't like for that to happen anymore, so what I do is pre-make a lot of balloons the night before. So we pre-made about 175 dogs, turtles, swords, and flower bracelets. Giving them just 4 choices. That way I'm not making any requests. You know, monkey in a tree over here, alien over here, octopus over here. Really, I don't like to do it this way, but it's rush hour. Making as many balloons for as many people as fast as you can. So, actually, as I record this, we're in between shows. Show number 1 is over and done. The balloons are all out, and now it is pizza time. So, we have about an hour and a half. Grab a snack, repack for the show, catch up some phone calls, and then show number 2 at 1 p.m. See you then. Alright, show number 2 is done. We did a 10 and a 1 and the balloons in between, and we're calling it a day. Going home and have a few free hours to be a normal human being tonight. So we'll see you early tomorrow morning for our 10 o'clock summer camp show. We've made it to the end of the week. It's Friday, and we have a 10 a.m. summer camp show and a 1 p.m. summer camp show, and we're done for the day. And then we go into the weekend and a 4-hour line twisting event, 2-hour company picnic, but you guys don't have to ride around for that. So 2 shows. Let's do this. Alright, getting ready for the 10 a.m. show. Sound system set up. The Corcoran sound system runs parallel to this red painted line on the floor. I like to use the gym outline as much as possible, like free throw lines and things give me an idea of how to orient things. I can tell that this little plate cover is in the center of the gym, so I line my backdrop up with that going in the middle. Sometimes if I want to make sure my speakers are the same distance, I'll even count these little squares on the floor. Like this one, I can count from the corner of this backdrop up and over and make this one the same distance. So everything's symmetrical. I don't know if that matters to anyone but me. Backdrop, behind the scenes, I'm still setting up back here. And the sound system, unfortunately, is very far from the electrical outlet. All the way over and into this corner. So after I get my trunk all set up, I may tape that up with some painter's tape, by the way. Little blue X here on the floor, that's where my volunteer will stand during the routine. And I always use that painter's tape, not masking tape or duct tape, because after the show, you want that to peel up very easily. Don't leave any residue behind. Alright, let's finish setting up here and do our 10 o'clock summer camp show. Okay, so show number 1 is over and done. Now we're driving over to Franklin, Tennessee for the 1 p.m. show number 2. Now I want to show you something that I like to do on days where I've got 2 shows in the same day and I have to repack without going home. I do a routine in this show with a little foam snowman and a dove pan, or this may be a duck pan, the larger size. Basically, what we do is we get some water, which is melted snow, pour it in a cup. Secretly has snow powder added to it. It turns into snow, I put it in the pan, and then we produce the snowman at the end. It's a fun summer camp show because, well, it's summer and there's no snow in the summer. There's a lot of byplay and audience participation. Problem is, after the show, secret compartment is full of this snow, and I don't have a sink or any way to clean up. So, here's a tip I came up with. Bring 2 of these little plastic bags. Take one out. The snow goes into bag number 1, bag number 2, cleans out the pan. Top part 2. Just like that. Ready to go for the next show. This drops right into the trash can on the way out the door. Alright, got that. Let's pack the rest of this. Cup, water, snow powder goes in here for travel. And we'll see you in Franklin. Alright, last show of the day is done. The last show on the last day of the week. This show, we had the kids on the floor out here, and I'm on the stage. There's one speaker on this side, and the backdrop. This gives me just enough clearance to do the unicycle right through here. But my backstage area is very tight quarters, so this is where I set up everything before the show. And this week's show is brought to you by Dasani and Coca-Cola, my constant traveling companions. Alright, let's put the rest of the stuff in the car and we'll call it a day. Alright, it's 3:13 p.m. on Friday. That means all of the shows are done for the week. We've done 6 summer camp shows, 3 library shows, 1 restaurant, and I actually had Sam the balloon guy from episode 3 fill in my Wednesday restaurant because I had to make all those balloons for the library show. So thanks, Sam, for that. Yep, that's it for the week. Thanks for riding around with me, keeping me company as we did these shows. And I know it's been an unusual episode of the Balloon Blast video show. Every episode's been unusual, but if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to get future episodes, and please help me spread the word. Let's get more people involved, more people watching the show, maybe get some segments contributed. It'd be great if we had some people out there maybe with questions they want answers to, or if you have any review segments. So tune in next week for the next show, and I need to go because I have a very important appointment right now. Tacos. Yeah, Angry Birds. Just because.